The year was 2014. I just turned 7 years old the prior month, and I had grown fond of a new video game, Five Nights at Freddy's. On one of the days where I was scrolling through my YouTube recommended on my iPad, I discovered a Let's Play of the game from a YouTuber. That YouTuber's name was DanTDM. I watched him playing it and immediately grew attached to this game about haunted animatronics killing little kids. After watching hundreds of videos talking about the game or playing the game, I started to grow with this franchise. I fell in love with the overall atmosphere of the game, the character designs, the story, even the ambient noise of the office. I can picture my face when I saw those YouTube videos about the hidden Sparky the dog animatronic. I remember fantasizing about having a Five Nights at Freddy's themed birthday party at my home. I remember watching all of MatPat's game theory videos and loving every single one. I remember coming up with my own dumb theories. I remember when I was like 10 and I was talking to this older girl at the park. Like the smooth little dude I was, I proceeded to tell her about my Five Nights at Freddy's theories. I remember telling her I knew it was in the infamous FNAF 4 box. My answer? Golden Freddy's ghostly switch. Yeah, I don't even know what that means. I'm not telling you all this to make a fool out of myself and everyone else to laugh at, but to help you understand how big this video game was to me. With all of the theories and YouTubers, there also came another large part of this FNAF nostalgia, the music. And I don't mean the grandfather clock chimes in the game, but all of the music created by the fans and people who either loved the game or were just making a song about a trending search to catch some views. Today I'm going to talk about some of my favorite FNAF songs that I remember and still love to this day. Before we go on with the video, I must tell you something. Videos like this take a lot of time and effort to create, causing me to miss a few weeks of uploads sometimes. I much prefer videos like this where I write a script and put thought into it, instead of taking the easy way out and playing Fortnite for an hour and plopping it into the editing software. So I'm sorry if I don't have the most frequent upload schedule, but it's because making videos like this takes time and sometimes it takes more time than I want it to. This script has taken me multiple hours to write, and I'm betting that it'll take a couple days or maybe even a week to edit this. But these videos take effort, and that effort goes down the drain, along with my confidence when the video only gets a measly 35 views. So please, if you enjoy this video, I ask you to think about subscribing, because it helps the channel grow so much, and I would be so incredibly grateful. Of course, if you do subscribe, you can unsubscribe if you please. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy the video. Now this is the first Mandopony song I want to talk about. Until researching songs for this video, I had no idea about his actions. I don't fully understand or know all the details about the situation, but from what I understand, he did things to hurt others, and I do not support him for what he did. For the purpose of this video, I will not be taking that situation into account, and I will separate him from his music. Survive the Night is an interesting song. I think both of the Mandopony songs and other songs that I will talk about later in this video have a very distinct sound. The Living Tombstone songs and also the TryHardNinja songs sound very professional, while this one sounds much different. The sound of this song I really love a lot because it sounds cheap in a good way. It sounds like anyone could make it, and it kind of adds a new element to the music. I remember this song was one of those songs that had a fan-made SFM film. Most of the time I discovered these songs through those versions. For example, with this one, the first time I heard it was the SFM video by Bon Bon Films. Yeah, I find it funny when I stumble across a FNAF Superstan account, and they always have a dumb name like that. I'm waiting for the day I'm scrolling through Twitter and I find an account called Toy Chica's Toes or something. But yeah, this song is known as, at least for me, the Toy Bonnie song. I'm not sure if that's what it was originally proposed as, but that's what I call it. Overall, there's nothing really special about this song. It has a decent hook that I can remember fondly, and I really love that first verse. I gotta say, the best thing that this song ever did for me was Mandopony's voice will always be the voice of Toy Bonnie. Notice this is the second song on my list, and going into this, I liked it more than Survive the Night. This is the Foxy song, and it's about Foxy just wanting to be noticed. I always liked this song more than Survive the Night. I always enjoyed it far more. I sang this one more, I listened to it more. I guess the only reason I could have liked it more was because it was the Foxy song, not the Toy Bonnie song. Foxy has always been my favorite animatronic. I remember at the mall with my dad, we saw these Freddy's Funko figures, and I looked to my dad and I asked him with my stupid little kid voice, Can I get the Foxy? He proceeded to get me the Foxy, my sister the Bonnie, and my other little sister, Chica. But I remember getting home and playing with my little Foxy action figure. A little while after that, I got the Freddy and the Golden Freddy. And when you put them all together, you got Springtrap. And that was like the coolest thing ever. After that, I remember getting the FNAF 4 Nightmare animatronic ones. And I just had the most fun ever. I made little stop motion movies with them, put them in my Christmas tree, all that. It really made me sad when I lost all of them when we moved houses. I really feel dumb talking about my love for pieces of plastic that look like animal robots from a video game about a guy killing kids whose victims go on to possess these robots. But let's get back on topic. After listening to this song, I don't really like it that much. I mean, it's kind of mid, like a solid C tier song to be honest. I hate how his voice sounds. He puts on these bad after effects that distort the harmony and whatnot, and it just sounds awful. I get it, he's the broken animatronic, so it makes sense if his voice would be damaged. But I don't really care, it sounds bad, and the chorus is fine, and I think it's pretty good, but yeah, this song didn't hold up as well as I thought it would. Both of these songs are by TryHardNinja, and he is one of the main culprits of this Five Nights at Freddy's song obsession. I put both of these songs as one because I honestly just remembered that the FNAF 4 song exists, and I haven't really thought about what to say for it. One thing I do know is that both of these songs are really good. I'll start with the FNAF 4 song, and what I want to say about it. This song is great. I think out of all the songs on this list, it probably has one of the best, if not the best production. The beat itself could still be a 13 million viewed video if it was just put out like that. Well, probably not, but if you slap Five Nights at Freddy's song on an established channel in a year before 2017, you probably would get a couple million views. Anyways, I think one of the best parts of this song is the video that corresponds with it. This isn't a played out SFM, although I love those, it's kind of nice seeing that it's just footage from the game that goes with the story the song is trying to tell. But it also helps the song's case that it is, well, a good song. I like the end bit where the production is getting all mixed and the lyrics become more distorted as Michael Afton and his friends cart off the crying child, leading him to the mouth of Fredbear, and the music comes to a stop when the spring locks close. Next up is It's Me, and I just love this song. I think it is one of my top 5 favorite FNAF songs. The melody is great, and TryHardNinja's vocals are amazing, and the intro is one of my favorite runs out of all of these songs. This isn't the case where, unlike Mandopony, the voice effects give the vocals of this song a boost. The one flaw of this song is that I find the chorus lackluster as it grows more demonic. I understand that that is kind of TryHardNinja's thing. He did the same thing for the FNAF 4 song, but I don't really find the need. I guess it is best since without that and the techno beat, it would sound more like one of the Mandopony songs, with its simplistic vibe, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but I think the extra stuff added to this song is for the better. Stay Calm is one of the best songs on this list. Griffinilla did a phenomenal job with this and is just so good. It's almost hard to explain. The lyrics, while simplistic, like almost all of the other FNAF songs on here, they just hit. I didn't actually listen to this song until about a year ago. I don't know if that affected my perception on it for the better, but if it did, I'm glad. Whenever I hear people talking about these Five Nights songs, as I never hear this one being talked about as one of the best. That makes me feel like it goes unappreciated, and I think it deserves so much more recognition. I compare this one more to the Mando songs, but I find it much better. It has that simplistic feel where it feels like it was made at a desk, but it executes it so well. The vocalist doesn't sound like he's showing that much emotion, and I think it helps add to the feel. The song is from the Night Guard's perspective, so I can't say that the lack of emotion adds to the robotic narration the animatronics would have, but I think the narration does have a little bit of that robot touch. I think this song has one of the better instrumentals, and it really helps during the chorus. A lot of these songs have a chorus where the lyrics are completely cut off and it just consists of the melody, but most of the ones that do that are the big poppy techno beats that are just so in your face, and this one has that poppy techno feel, but it isn't so big. It stays calm. You see what I did there? But the calm melody with the piano and the synth riff is very ear-pleasing. The mellow vocals, it just all fits together so nicely, and it never goes over the top. JT Music has made quite a few FNAF songs, I think, but undoubtedly, Join Us for a Bite is the best. I think this is one of the most popular FNAF songs. The only ones that I can think of off the top of my head that are more popular are It's Been So Long and the original Five Nights at Freddy's song by The Living Tombstone. I think this song blew up on TikTok, and it's for a good reason. The song is really catchy and it is perfect for the TikTok formula. The chorus of this song is one of the better ones out of these, and the music video is also an SFM. The animation is smooth and is probably one of the best SFM music videos. The vocalist Andrea Storm Caden did such a good job, and I don't know how this even works, but she sounds like what I think the game's sister location would sound like if it was a human being. The instrumental is very cheery and festive, and I think that is neat because both it and the lyrics mask the grim story of the song. I also just love the overall vibe, and I think it accompanies the Funtime animatronics very well. Yeah, the Five Nights at Freddy's 1 song. Before I say anything else, I have to say that the title of this song is great. It perfectly encapsulates what this song is, and it's the perfect start to the Living Tombstone franchise. On August 31st, 2014, the Living Tombstone would publish a song that would start the whole idea for this video. The Five Nights at Freddy's song might not be the first fan song. I don't actually know if it is or not, I'm just guessing it isn't. But it sure is in my heart. I remember when I found this song in early 2015, it was sitting on YouTube with only a couple million views. Now, as of this recording, it's gathered there on YouTube with 255 million. It is the most viewed video on YouTube with the keyword Five Nights at Freddy's, ahead by over 50 million views by another Living Tombstone song. I wonder how the Living Tombstone feels that he is a part of so many childhoods just by making songs about this indie video game series. It's funny to think of FNAF as an indie series, or at least used to be, and now it's probably one of the most recognizable video game franchises in recent history. I remember playing this song on loop, singing it with my sisters, and God, I feel so bad for my parents. This song is really the catapult for the whole FNAF fandom, and I think this song and Markiplier's Let's Plays are some of the only reasons why we have these games and the fan base. This is the third entry in the Living Tombstone series. When I was younger, I kind of had a hatred for this song, and I think I had so much hatred towards it because I was listening to it one time, and my dad got mad at me because it was like talking about killing or whatever. And recently, I rediscovered it, and it wasn't too bad. It isn't a great song, but I mean, it isn't a bad song. There isn't really much to say about this one. I like the video. It's the minigame from FNAF 3 turned into an SFM, and it's cool. Although I do think it is the worst video out of the Living Tombstone saga, the video isn't bad, I just think he has the quality to make much better videos than SFMs. The Living Tombstones videos are phenomenal compared to the other videos on this list. There's so much time and effort put into them, it seems, and they're just they're very memorable. But this one, compared to other SFMs, it's good. But compared to the other Living Tombstones songs, those are just superior. So let's move on. This song is cool. I love the video and the aesthetic. I love the lyrics, and I think the lyricism in this is some of the best lyrics out of all of these songs. I think this song really goes well with the game it's accompanied with. It goes really well with FNAF 4 since it is talking about death, and in this game, the crying child dies, so death is on topic. The voice effects also elevate the song as well. Since the Nightmare animatronics are the main antagonists of this game, I think that the Nightmare animatronics would sound like this, so it fits that they would put the effects on it. I Can't Fix You is the Living Tombstones entity for FNAF's sister location. This song is pretty good. The production is a little intense, and I seem to enjoy the more calm instrumentals. I like the vocalist. I think the women that try to grasp their own spin on Baby are very successful with their work. I find this song enjoyable, but I like the more mellow parts where it is just the singer singing. No EDM drops, no funky beats, but just some singing. I compare this song more to the TryHardNinja ones than the Tombstone songs. This one definitely feels as it's made more like the Tombstone ones. It has a well-trained singer, the music video is great, the beat seems more professional, etc. But the overall feel to the song is more like Ninja. The extra tacked on big beats and the techno music, the instrumental chorus, I'm not saying that it's a bad song, but I would expect something more unique as the final entry in the Living Tombstone FNAF saga. You might have noticed that while I was talking about the Living Tombstone songs, I went a little out of order. This is because you always save the best for last. As I write this script while I have the song playing in the background, a wave of memories floods back into my head. I don't know what it is or why this song carries the most nostalgia, but this song carries way more than it should, and it leaves a trail of emotions. I don't understand how a song could hold so much sentimental value to me. Every time I hear this song, I feel how much pain this fictional mother has at the loss of her child, and I feel nothing but sympathy. The lyrics that are contained within the song are close to perfect. Obviously not in terms of regular music, but compared to a Five Nights at Freddy's song, it is the most beautiful thing I've ever listened to. The music video that accompanies this song makes it so much better. Throughout the video, a mother is seeking to find her son wandering around the animatronic-filled pizzeria. The child follows Freddy around the pizzeria, giving cake to all the children, giving them the best party you could get from the Fazbear experience. The child continues to follow Freddy into a room filled with four other children as they cheer for the arrival of Freddy Fazbear. Freddy Fazbear removes his mask. One by one, he cuts down the children. 1, 2, 3, then 4, leaving only the child that we have been following, slowly being approached by the purple man. After the child is killed, he is sat in a room with the four other victims. All the children are given life except for the one in the middle, the mother's child, our child. As the other animatronics leave the room, Freddy stays back and picks up the young carcass. This time, instead of taking the child to his death, he brings the child to his rebirth. Freddy lays the body in the room, unwrapping a present containing the golden Freddy suit. We can only assume that the child goes on to possess the golden Freddy, and I think this is just beautiful. The mother's narration is really what gets it for me. The mother is completely oblivious to what is happening to her child and searching for him, waiting for them to reunite. But we as the viewer know what's going on. We know that the mother will never be able to reunite with her son again, and it's heartbreaking. Every element about this song is just amazing. The emotion of an 8-bit adventure of a kid and a robot bear really makes you, or at least makes me, feel something. It is an emotion you wouldn't expect from the guy who made spooky, scary skeletons. I haven't felt this way to any of the other songs on this list, and I think that's what makes this one special. Not it being the best song with the best production and the best lyrics and the best vocals, although I think it is. I also want to give a huge shout out to Ember. I think I'm saying it right. But he made a super nostalgic version of this song, and it's really great. Somehow, it makes you feel even more nostalgic than the actual song, which is a huge accomplishment. So, salute to him. Overall, my point is that Five Nights at Freddy's has made childhood more special. Not just for me, but millions of other people as well. These songs aren't just memories, but time capsules. One day in 2050, when Elon Musk's clone child is the president of the world, we can look back at these songs and reminisce of the times we used to have. Most of these songs came out when I was 7. I'm 14 now. FNAF has been in my life for almost 8 years, and that's crazy to me. I remember when I was littler and these games had children in a chokehold. I remember all of my cousins gathering up on the iPad in a dark room playing the game. And when there was a jump scare, we would all scream and jump around. I remember watching the 7 different Five Nights at Freddy's Final Theory videos from MatPat. I remember in 2018 when the FNAF movie was supposed to come out, and I remember that first Dan TDM video where he fell out of his chair after Toy Chica jump scared him. I see this video as not just a tribute to the Five Nights at Freddy's music and fandom, but to the series as a whole. It's hard to put 8 years of content into a video that is as long as this one, but I did my best. I want to thank the fan base and the artists who made the songs and the content creators, but most importantly, Scott Cawthon. Without him, none of this, none of these memories would ever have come true. So, thank you, Scott. With the release of the new style FNAF games, it seems as if the old games are coming to a close. So, while I am looking forward to this new era, I'll never forget the past, what we made of it.